So the fire is on and
Rahul,
it spreads. It spreads from the jungles to the
Rahul, can you
cities.
just
It
intervene?
happens.
Rahul, can I intervene for 1 second here? Sir, to use your metaphor about a house being on fire, the point is that at this point, are you going to throw water on a house on fire, or are you going to put kerosene and petrol on that house on fire? Sir, the strategy of bringing in the army or of increasing the military option is putting kerosene and petrol on a house on fire.
Yeah, but Shoma, you will agree that when the house is on fire, we can't sit back and do nothing.
We have to figure out a strategy. I'm not saying to do nothing. The point is that when we're going horse saying what is the option,
suggesting is you should create a fire tender somewhere. You should build a fire. There should be a fire brigade. That's what you're saying.
No,
you're talking
Rahul,
about larger
no,
structural
Rahul,
issues
first
when the
of all,
house is burning.
Rahul, first of all, the excitement of this metaphor of something that is an imminent collapse is really something that is being built up in the television studios. Your report, for instance, right now is completely on the wrong premise. Those villages are completely bare,
the report,
and the villages
Malik
are
talks
not
about
there.
how all those roads have been mined.
Rahul,
It's something which
Rahul, the villages are not there because the Salvajurum, you know, the situation in Dantewada has got escalated since 2005 when the Salvajurum was launched, when 600 villages were evacuated. The Supreme Court has endorsed that. Forget about the likes of Arundhati, as we say.
General Malik,
and the villages have not
the
been
Home
allowed to go
Secretary
back.
of the country was on this channel saying that all these roads have been mined. We can't access those roads.
Look, but why haven't you given mine protected vehicles to the CRPF or anybody who went inside? Who stopped you? I'm telling you that there is no strategy whatsoever. On one hand, you have the Home Minister saying that I want to speak to these people. And on the other hand, you want to use the army. Where is your strategy?
Right at this
What
moment,
according to you, General Malik, should
The
be
other
that
thing,
strategy?
no, just 1 second, Rahul. Another thing that I want to mention here is that 9 out of 10 places when we have utilized the army, in such situations, they have been like a marsh. You have kept putting more and more people. That's my experience, whether it is Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Northeast, J&K, or Punjab. Look at the kind of deployment that subsequently it ended up. So please work out your strategy carefully. What do you want? And then at the moment I find there is no strategy dealing with center-state relations on this particular issue when there are so many states are affected, and yet each state has got its own agenda. And you have the DGs of those states taking care of their chief ministers as well as, I mean, totally politicized people. And you are not, today you have said CRPF people and other paramilitary forces to be trained by the army. Do you know what is happening on the ground? Only numbers, random numbers are being sent. Not one single leader has gone till today to the regimental centers. That's my information.
General
So you are not taking the correct steps, and you are bringing in the army, your last instrument, without taking those proper steps.
General Bakshi, coming back to that metaphor about the house on fire, Shoma says you can't put kerosene over there. The army has been deployed in Kashmir, in Nagaland, in Assam for 2 decades, 3 decades now. We've established area domination, but we still haven't won over the people. Let's face that fact also. You can bring in the Romeo force, the Kilo force, the Delta force. What does that achieve? Does that help you win over the hearts and minds of the people, which is important if you're going to win this war?
My submission here would only be this. Please study the history of counter-insurgency operation. Is there any counter-insurgency or counter-terrorist operations that has taken less than 10 to 15 to 20 years? The globe over. The globe over, and it is precisely for the reason that we used violence in a very controlled fashion. We do not use violence the way the Americans have done in Vietnam, Iraq or Afghanistan.